Okay, so basically what happened was I opened up a stream. This is the second time I'm doing this, and there was no sound on my goddamn stream. Guys, tell me in the chat if you guys can hear me right now. Can you guys hear me? Ca- yes? I'm seeing people say, like fine. Yeah, okay. Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea why that happened. Sorry guys about that. I realized I was no? Okay, yes. Most people are saying yes. I think some people are saying no because they want to troll. But thank you. Yeah, okay. Thanks guys. Everyone's like, I can hear you perfectly. Great. Okay. So, I have an idea why this happened. Basically, uh if I start the stream and if before I start it, I have to plug the mic in. Sometimes I start the stream and then I plug the mic in, and then it just messes with the whole friggin' thing. So, okay, finally now I know, and it won't happen again next time. Because I'll plug the mic in before the actual starting of the stream. So it's already in there and it's optimized instead of doing it later because it messes with the system, especially for Google Hangouts. I don't know why. Um, Normally if I use it for like GarageBand, it's okay, but now it's good. Okay. No, I did plug the mic in, but I plugged it in after opening the stream, and that messes it up. So that's why. So, anyways, without further ado, if you guys want to send me come in tonight, send me a blank email at horrorstudio1@gmail.com, and you guys will have a chance of being in the stream tonight. But without further ado, let's read some mail. Yeah, man. So this is called Hello. This is my horror story. Let's play the scary music. All right. I should get everybody in the mood. Hello. This is my horror story. Let me just start this off by saying I'm a 13-year-old girl. I was at home alone as my parents went out to dinner for their anniversary, and I was old enough, and I didn't do much other than play games. About an hour after they left, I was on my computer playing with friends and Skyping. I had my camera on, and they could see my door. I started reading as I kept losing my game, and my friends would laugh. I decided to go get a soda and snacks, so I muted my mic and walked out of the room. I was in the kitchen, and I noticed out of the window there was a car I'd never seen. And I know most people. I just thought maybe a new neighbor's friend parked there, so I decided to walk back to my room. When I came back in, the look on my friends' faces were as if they had seen the ghost. I asked what was wrong as I sat in my chair getting settled. They told me after I left. They saw someone in all black come in front of the computer and went to my bed. I laughed and thought they were playing, but the way they talked, I could tell it wasn't. They told me when I came back, the person hid in my closet. My face went white. I grabbed my phone and started calling the cops. When they picked up, I said, "Hey, Mom, where are the cookies?" Making it look like I didn't know he was there. I walked out and told the cops, "Hello there. Someone is in my house. Please send help," and told them my address. I went back to my room so he didn't get away. I sat down and told my friends, "Oh, my mom said we were out, but she'll get more on her way home. Did the ninja walk by, trying to play that off like a game?" They said no, and about 5 minutes later, I heard sirens and the cops. They went to my door, and that's when the man came running out and rushed out of my room and out the back door. When my mom got home, I told her what happened, and the cops left. They didn't catch the guy as he ran into the woods. I just hope he never comes back. Wow. Okay, so let's not meet. So if you, yeah, I see a lot of people sending me an email and stuff like that. So I'm gonna probably send you guys uh, the link to this chat to this stream in about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna narrate a couple more stories, but just stay there and check your email. And I will send you the email. Okay, guys. So story number 2. Scary, unexplained story. Hello. I've never done this before, but here's my story. I apologize, for this is a long story. This is one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. About 7 years ago, when I was about 16 years old, I was still in high school. I'm female, by the way. A group of friends and I decided to go check out the old ruins of a town near the small town that we lived in. A little backstory on this place. Way back in the early 1800s, there was a small town in this area, in the middle of the woods near this pretty large creek, and there were issues with a Native American tribe living in the area. Long story short, the natives burned down most of the town to regain their part of the territory back. They had been invaded by the settlers and ran the people who did not die in the fire out of the place. The place is notorious for being haunted. Everyone from our small town has a story of something that happened to them there. All that remains now is a bunch of foundations of the homes and fireplaces, and some old rusty frames of furniture that hasn't completely fallen apart after all the time that's passed in the rain. It rains here pretty much 9 months out of the year. We decided one night, being bored and not finding anything else to do, that it would be a good idea for us to make the trek back there and see what we could find, and of course, hope to see a ghost and have something scary happen. We got what we wished for. We parked, and after walking for about a half hour in the pitch black woods, we finally found the old city. We walked around and looked at all the old brick foundation remains for about an hour, looking for any old stuff left behind. Finding nothing, we found the most solid foundation we could and took a seat to talk with each other. After BSing for about another hour or so and taking some pulls of the whiskey bottle my friend had brought with us, one of the friends that tagged along, Brandon, started acting like a fool like he normally did when he drank way too much. His girlfriend, Andrea, said to get on his case about acting like an idiot and had the bright idea to climb up what was remaining of a chimney and start pulling bricks off of it and yelling, fuck with me, fucking ghost. What are you gonna do about this, huh? And throwing the bricks at the other foundations. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Andrea begged him to stop doing that and yelled at him for being disrespectful, and she said she was ready to go back. We all agreed, and so we dragged Brandon's drunk ass back to the car and headed over to Andrea's house. Andrea's house was about 30 minutes from this place, also in the woods, with the nearest neighborhood about 1 to 2 miles away. We all took seats on the porch and continued to drink from the whiskey and have a good time. After a little while of hanging out on the porch, Andrea and Brandon started to argue again, and Brandon decided he was going to walk home and tuck off into the woods. If you guessed by now, we hated drinking with him. We all sat there for about 15 minutes, figuring that he would come back when he was ready, and realized we weren't looking for him anyways. When he didn't come back, my friend James and I decided we were going to go into the woods and go look for him. What we found, I will never forget. We went into the woods, and where the light from the porch didn't reach, and there was Brandon sobbing, sitting up against the tree, his white t-shirt covered in blood, with deep slash marks across his face, neck, and arms. We ran over to him and asked him what had just happened. He wouldn't talk to us and just sat there, his whole body shaking, and he continued crying. Joe picked him up and carried him back to Andrea's house. We brought him back to the porch and began cleaning up his cuts and calming him down. When he finally calmed down, we got him to explain what happened. He said, when he walked into the woods, it became absolutely silent, and he could no longer hear us all talking and laughing on the porch. And when he turned around to look back to the house to see if we had gone inside or something, he saw nothing. Absolute darkness. He had literally just walked into the woods and should have been able to still see the house, but he saw nothing. Thinking it was just because he had too much to drink, he turned to keep walking when suddenly something slammed into him and he was on the ground next to the tree we found him sitting up against. He said he couldn't see nothing but blackness, and something grabbed him by his neck and effortlessly lifted him off the ground up against the tree. He looked down, and all he could see were two red eyes burning into his own, and smelled a sulfuric rotten smell coming off whatever it was. Whatever had him around his neck was raking him with claws on his arms, and finally dropped him onto the ground when he was about to black out from the lack of air. We walked up seconds later. Brandon is one tough guy who would never make something up like that. He doesn't take crap and is a no-nonsense type of guy. Yes, he just gets a little foolish when he drinks too much, so this was completely out of character for him. Needless to say, we believed what he had to say. It still gives me shivers and goosebumps to this day thinking about it. We tried to rationalize what could have attacked him, cougar or bear maybe? We do live in a rural town surrounded by forest. Maybe he fell and made up the story, but he was so shaken up and so terrified. I didn't think that was the case either. We believe that all of this was because of him taunting whatever lives at that old city we went to visit, and that creature followed up back to Andrea's house and attacked Brandon when he isolated himself from us. The strangest part to me was that he was so close to the house. I don't know how we didn't see or hear anything. Brendan never went back to the old city after that. We did, since we didn't taunt anything there or disrespected the area, and we didn't feel threatened. I have a lot more stories of this place and other times I've been there. Let me know if you would like to hear more about it. Wow. Well, I like to hear. God, my nose is so itchy again. I like to hear if where this place is, dude. If you can send me an email with the location, maybe I can make like a video about it. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, so I'm looking into the chat, and the camera's frozen. It's weird. That's fine. So I'll send the links to you guys who sent me an email wanting to get in with your stories, because there's a lot of people like doing that. So check your email, guys. Everyone who sent me a blank email to try to get in here. And yeah, you have a chance to tell your stories on my live stream. So a lot of people are sending. Oh, there's a ex-neighbor that stalked me. That sounds pretty interesting. I want to hear about that. All right, just sending in emails right now. And Pharaoh's here too. Let's send her an email. So, yep, I sent all you guys emails. If you guys do have your own story, send me a blank email at horrorstudio1@gmail.com, and I will get your ass in here. So, let's do a bit of Q&A since while we're waiting for people to come inside. So, how old are you, if you don't mind? I'm 23 years old. I sent you a story a while ago. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more subscriber stories. I think there's one coming. I think it's tomorrow. It's like a subscriber ghost story. So check it out, guys, for tomorrow's video. I sent you a story a while ago. Yeah, I've been doing a lot more subscriber stories. Someone's in here. I think there's one coming. Hey, bro. So, Fresh Gamer, do you mind to just mute the other screen that's playing the same video, because there's an echo, and it like says the same thing twice. So I muted you right now, but you might just close that other screen and just keep the Google Hangout screen open. So for all of you guys who is like your first time in here, close the other screen that's playing this video when you get my link, and just click on the link and get in, or else there will be like a weird echoey sound and it's not good. So hopefully, Fresh Gamer, you did that. Just close the other screen, and I'll unmute you right now and you can tell your story. Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, how old are you and where are you from?
I'm 9 and I'm from Arizona. I was born there.
Oh, nice. Do you mind to close the other screen?
Yeah.
Just completely exit out, like close it.
Okay, I did it.
Okay, thank you. So what kind of a story do you have?
It just happened yesterday.
Okay. What happened?
It was really scary. Okay, so me and my brother, my older brother, he's like 13. So he had pretty strong muscles, so I thought he could protect me. So my mom told us to get some groceries. It was like late at night. So we went. We barely saw any cars. So when we passed by this park, we saw like this van, and then so it was like all like white, and then it so we're walking by, and then the van just stopped, and then so it stopped, and then it just started driving again, and then it turned around. So we got scared, and then we're like, who cares? Just ignore it. And then when we were walking, we saw the van come back and turn to follow us. We started running so fast, and I was like right behind my brother, and so and it was like so scary. My heart was beating so fast,
Okay.
and
Did you find out why this van was following you and stuff?
um, when we were walking by, we saw the van parked, and then so we wanted to check, and then so when we checked inside the van, there was no one in there, so we got so freaked out, and then when we were walking, we saw this guy walking toward the van. So we ran like so fast. The guy, we didn't look back because we were too scared to, and we turned around the corner. And then after like we waited for a little bit, we hid, and then what's it called? We checked around the corner, and the van wasn't there no more.
I mean, in the chat, they're saying how cute your voice is. They just completely sidetracked from the story. Not sure if that upsets you in any way. Sorry?
It doesn't upset me.
So what did the man look like? Was he like 40? Did he look like me? Like what was his face like?
He had like you know those people like it was like a boy, and you know those people that have like long hair.
He was like a skater?
No, it's just those people like those boys that have long hair.
Oh, and he like plays guitar, and he's like in a band kind of. Probably does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he looked buff, and he was tall.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, well, maybe he was just trying to offer you some candy, but don't take it if he does, you know. Drug the
He
shit.
probably was some drugs in there.
Yeah, probably. All right, man. Thank you for a story. You came last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for supporting. A lot of crazy stuff happening to a 9-year-old, dude. That's crazy. All right, man. Thank you for your story today.
Okay, bye.
Gamer for life. Yeah, first caller. Well, at least my mic's working. Fuck. So, bye. Okay, so yeah, very cute voice. So we have Hikari-san is the second person who came in today. If you guys have your own story, send me a blank email at horrorstudio1@gmail.com, and I will get you in here. But before that, we have Hikari-san who's here. I think I'm muted. Hey, what's up?
Did I mute myself again?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? You how old are you and where are you from?
I'm 30 from Buffalo, New York.
Okay, cool. Whoa. Your mic's kind of a bit shaky. Is there a?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
Cat tried to knock it off the table.
Okay, take your time.
Stop being a furry distraction. Come here.
Stop being a furry. It's probably like an.
No. He knocks things over when I'm not paying attention.
Okay, hey, you came on before. You talked about your haunted apartment. I remember.
Yeah, we come back in now that the construction's done.
Is this the apartment you were talking about before? Is this the place?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, you had some pretty horrifying stories last time. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And now that I'm back, I think it missed me.
Who missed you?
The ghost.
Oh no. Okay. Is there just I'm not trying to be too nitpicky, but the sound is a little bit like it's almost gone. Is there like a mic or?
How's this better?
Actually no. Is there? It just sounds like it's gonna like cut out.
Huh. Okay. Why don't you skip to someone else, and I'm gonna see if I can get this sorted.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Do we have Pharaoh? Pharaoh's always ready. Hey, what's up?
Why you laugh when you call my name?
Because we know what's gonna happen. I'm kidding. Hey, you got a new DP, man. What's up?
I'm gonna try and make it nice and small. I'm not gonna make it no long story. Okay?
So no. That's fine. That's fine with me. That's fine with me, man. It's fine with me. What's been going on this past few weeks? You haven't been showing up.
Oh man, I've been busy. I've been doing spring cleaning around here. I've been given energy. Eon has actually given me energy here to, after he helped me fight off that ghost that was in my house.
Mm.
He helped here
He gave you energy.
and so up and something with you guys to get some help with that ghost that was in my house. So
Yeah.
now that he's gone, I'm getting the energy back, and thank y'all for it. Love y'all for it. I'm alive and well now. Thank you. Appreciate everything y'all did for me. But you ready for my story now?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. It happened, of course, when I was young. My mother was beautiful, fine young lady, whatever. She used to like going bike riding with, me and my older brother. And I had a younger brother that she used to have one of those baby seats on the back of her bike to actually take him with her. And it was like around Halloween time because they had those kids cartoons that come on during the weekend or whatever. And we were saying we used to have like movie nights in our house every weekend. So, but when it's around a holiday, it'll actually give you a holiday cartoon. So it was like the Great Pumpkin with Charlie Brown coming on the weekend that Friday night. And there's like I don't know, be like 8 blocks away from our house or whatever, So my mom said, okay, before the movie come on, let's go to 7-Eleven and get us some nachos or something like that, So she hooks up my little brother on the back of her bike. Me and my big brother have our own bikes. We riding with them up to the 7-Eleven. It is on the avenue. Is on the other side. There's like Tulane and Loyola University and the Avenue. There's a whole row of houses on Broadway where the fathers of these guys who actually go to these universities has purchased houses to make it their frat houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this is like frat for them to do ignorant things. So before we make it to the avenue to get to the 7-Eleven to actually go and get our nachos, they driving around in their vehicle, making a lot of noise with their alcohol in the can and stuff, the beers and stuff. And they looking and they trying to flirt with my mom. You see her with 3 kids and you still trying to flirt with this woman, And me being the child that I was, I always was outgoing outspoken with what I would say, And my mom was like, leave these people alone, because they're white boys and they drunk, but they still flirting with her. And she's like, leave them alone, don't mess with these people. Because I usually tell people off who flirt with my mom, and she knew I was getting ready to do that. She was like, no, these not the people to do that to. And she could see that they drunk. She know that they up to something, this may be the weekend that they have to do something stupid, So basically, in that predicament, by me being a child, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just a bunch of white boys doing ignorant stuff. I didn't know it was frat boys or whatever. So I was like, man, get the hell away from here. This is a grown woman. She's married. And I said that after they had almost passed us up in the car while they was, catcalling her, barking at her and everything. So what happened was they turned left and started zooming, and my mom was like, oh God, they're coming back. I told you to be quiet. I told you to be quiet. They're coming back. They're coming back. So we ride up quickly and start riding fast toward the corner. The place where we had to go was actually turning right.
Yeah.
And they heard us talking. Oh man, we're going to the 7-Eleven. So they know where we're going, right? So when we got to the corner, they can still see in their rear view mirror where we're going when we were trying to hurry and go straight and trying to ride real fast with our bike. And we saw them make another left, which wanted to catch up to us. I told my mom, I say, no, stop right here. Let's make this left. Just don't catch us going straight right, which is where we had to go. So we hurry up and went left. And when we got to the corner, I told her to stop riding so we can peek around the corner and see where they went. They went straight. They went running straight to try and hurry and catch us. I told her, forget about the nachos tonight. Let's go. We went straight. We went straight home. At that time, we told our dad that we had some white guys running after us in the car trying to get us and everything. So he went out there hiding. Of course, he never caught them, but still, that was very scary. Most of the time, most of the stories I tell you, I always let you know, I wasn't scared. I mean, being a child at that time and not knowing what my mama explained to me, what type of stuff they do to people, during their little initiation week, that was a time I was really scared. I really was. I was like, oh God.
Why were you so scared? Why were you so scared the other times?
The reason why I was so scared is because I had my big brother with me, and he's the type of person who don't understand too much or nothing. So, because he was kind of slow in school, you know, and he didn't understand when we was telling him, "Come on, man, paddle a little faster, go faster, come on." I need to hurry up and get around that first block so they won't see us when they get to that corner. When they make it back around the 4 corners and get to that block. So he scared me by going so slow, you know. And it's like the reason why I'm scared in that predicament because I have other people with me. You know, I got other lives to worry about. When I'm by myself, it's easy. You know, when I have other lives to worry about, I'm like, oh God, man, come on, please, man, don't make me get behind on what I need to do. Yeah, it's pressure. I got to deal with so many different lives, especially if you know somebody's there who don't understand. Even though he was my older brother, he didn't understand what was going on when we said, "Come on, move on." Yeah. You know, his bike slow. Oh man, yes, I was scared.
I'm still surprised that this was your scariest experience.
I'm telling you, you know, I'm telling you, any other thing else, the rapes, all that crazy stuff, that wasn't scary. I was
this was,
ass. You have somebody else's life in the balance with your life, and the other person don't understand that their life is really in danger with you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, you gotta worry about them, you. If it's just you, it's fun to you. It's just that's another story I can tell when I get old. It was fun, but when you got somebody else's life there, it is scary. Definitely scary. I don't know if you want me to stay on here and tell another story later on. If you have room, whatever.
Yeah, you can
I'll
like,
just mute my mic.
Maybe like end us off or something like that. But we'll go to Hikari now because she's been working on hers for a while. Hikari, I hope because it was really choppy a little bit but hopefully it's better now. Hikari, how's it sounding?
Well, the connection's a little better. I moved closer to the router.
It sounds way better. It was really choppy. But yeah, now it sounds way better. Thank you so much.
Well, I mean, we do get, in this apartment, we do get occasional electrical malfunction.
Okay.
In the first room.
Or it probably was just like Google Hangouts because Pharaoh was a little bit like that too. So anyways, you have an update or what?
Yeah. Well, I came back from my little vacation while the construction was being done, and about 3/4 of my plants were dead.
Oh no! Because no one watered.
No, I had 2 friends checking on watering them.
Oh, okay. And they died still. Why do you think that happened?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And well, I came back and immediately, as soon as I came in the kitchen, as soon as I came into the front room, like I said, you can see all the way down the length of my apartment as soon as you come in. I see you. Stop it. Sorry, cat.
It's like fucking Ghost or something. That'd be pretty hardcore. Okay, keep going. Yeah. So what? Yeah.
I come in the front room and suddenly there is a shadow figure standing in the kitchen. And I'm like looking at it, and it's looking at me, and it did a double take and then sort of jumped out of the way.
Okay.
Which, as I mentioned before, that is one of the most common things reported in this apartment, is if you're standing in the kitchen and you're staring down, or if you're standing in the front room and you're staring into the kitchen, you'll see a shadow figure kind of do.
Yeah. But I guess I'll just kind of recap your story. Last time she was here, she said in her apartment there would always be like a shadow figure that would like kind of just be like, or something. Okay, that was so bad. It'd just be like, and then disappear in her apartment, and she lived there for years, and all her roommates, experienced crazy shit. So, do you think it's the same guy that did that?
I think so. Just because it's still, after almost 12, 13 years of living here, it's still following the same pattern.
Yes.
And I caught it standing full like shape right in the kitchen when I came home.
Why do you think it's happening now? That now is when it's happening. Like,
we got the whole bathroom area gutted.
Okay.
basically, I was getting ready to leave for business, and the week when I'm making my plans in the house, suddenly about 3 times in the same week, the whole bathroom area gutted.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
The plumbing just lets go. It like just starts leaking, but only in the bathroom.
Right.
Not in the upstairs apartment, not in the basement, just the bathroom. Faucets start turning on when no one's in the house.
Yeah. Okay.
Water leaking behind the walls. So the landlord just said, "Look, this plumbing is 100-something years old. I know you think the house is haunted, but it could just be
yeah.
Needs to go off the code."
Why do you think it's a haunting and not just the building being the building?
The shadow figure.
But why? Have you thought about getting rid of that thing, or like
I mentioned that I tried some sage smudging that was recommended.
How was that?
That was when the thing like showed up, like
yeah,
in my face, like hi, please stop.
So do you ever think you can get away from this thing in any way, or are you just like learning to live with him, like a horrible younger sibling or something? Like, is there any?
Yeah, I'm kind of learning to live with it because I hear all these other stories where people, hear whispering voices in the night or, get stuff thrown at them. The closest thing to that is the one time when my fiance walked into one of the rooms and turned a light on without saying anything, and suddenly, like, books fell off the shelf, like someone ran into the bookshelf.
Was there, like a crashing sound and all that stuff, too, or just...
Oh, yeah, crashing... books fell to the floor, the bookshelf rocked, and then it all stopped. And according to her description, it sounded like that. It literally looked like in a cartoon when someone runs smack into something.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that there are some people in this world that, are learning to adapt to living with spirits, because you seem to can't get rid of it. It could be something in your past life or something. I've heard about that, like something taken from the past life. It's
my friend Terry, the one who got ambushed by the ghost when I first moved in, where it was like I wouldn't scream like that, and then the ghost started trying to pull the door off its hinges.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I don't hang out with her too much anymore, because she was getting some horrible mojo.
Like nightmares?
Places and take stuff. Like, supposedly there was this whole block of flats where these kids died, and she took like a house number from the rubble.
Yeah.
What was really creepy was she would bring it over my place and then take it home with her. Because according to her, she got more active stuff after I'd been around whatever it was for 24 hours.
Why would she do that? She was just interested in the paranormal, or was she just what was her?
She is nuts for the paranormal. So am I, but.
So just an enthusiast, and you yourself tend to be like a magnet for these things, then, right?
Yeah, according to her, after being in my house or in my general vicinity, because it happened in different places. After being in my general vicinity, she got a couple EVPs. She saw an orb above one of the items.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I would probably appreciate that more if you told me you were going to do that.
Well, the thing is, actually, I know a lot of people who are kind of like you, who attract and see these kind of things, and they do have to basically live with it. It's kind of crazy, but I'm hoping, people, they just have to cope with it,
Yeah, and so it's been moving things, but not like massively, like pushing stuff over.
I mean, as long as it doesn't do something too crazy, like come right in your face again. That's just insane.
No, and the cat's been following something around the apartment. I mean, this cat, when he's not trying to get my attention, he just kind of sleeps. But he's been getting up in the middle of the night, kind of, that kind of quiet meowing that cats do, where it's quiet but frequent?
I don't know. I never owned one before.
Well, he's been doing this kind of quiet, constant meowing and following something around the house.
Do you think it has to do with coming onto my stream? Because I know, like, talking about...
remember, when I came on your stream the first time, I was still living with my parents because of the whole construction thing.
Yeah. It was like
But
a
it's
dark room.
funny that after 100 years, the moment I'm talking about going on a trip,
Yeah.
and stuff starts breaking enough that we have to have a contractor come in and completely like gut a whole room. I mean, they took it back to the studs and everything. And aside from a couple red handprints on the bare bones of the wall when they took the plaster off.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever originally did the bathroom in the 70s had a sense of humor, by the way.
Okay, man. Well, do you have another story you could share, or is it just enough for today?
I'll just finish up with the sense of humor that they found when they gutted the bathroom.
Okay, sure.
Whoever, and yes, the contractor says it's paint, whoever redid the bathroom in the early 70s, like just cosmetically, they dipped their hands, and they must have had a kid with them too, because there's handprints of different sizes.
Oh, no.
In red paint, and just kind of splattered handprints all over the inside of the, like, the lathing behind the plaster.
Uh-huh.
So when the contractors first took the plaster, like the outer layer of plaster off the wall, they're like, "Oh my God, are these bloody handprints?"
Oh my goodness! But they weren't, right?
Yeah, they're paint.
Oh, okay.
It's done by the previous team that back in the late '60s, early '70s.
They are funny. They are funny. They do have a sense of humor.
Okay, well that's my thing. I wanted to give you an update that yeah, there was some activity now that I'm back. I'm blaming the construction, but I'll come back if anything happens over the next couple weeks now that I'm actually talking about it here with somebody.
Please do, because yeah, your story I remember was like one of the freakiest stories I've ever had on the stream. Like the first time, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago that you came, right?
4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, go back to number 23 and check it out. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
True Scary Ghost Stories from viewers number 23, if you want to check out her story. Okay, so the next one that came was the first person that sent me an email today, actually. Yashiro is here. Yashiro, I muted you. Sorry. Yashiro, hey, what's up? First time on here. Hey, how old are you and where are you from?
Las Vegas.
Oh, nice. I was there last year, man. I was on the strip and stuff. So how old are you?
I'm 19.
19, nice. Yeah, my tongue's really messed up today. I can't pronounce words. So what kind of a story do you have? Is it Let's Not Meet or paranormal, or what kind of a story is it?
I guess paranormal.
Paranormal story. Okay, let's hear it, man.
I'm not really sure how to describe it all because it's kind of like.
Okay, Yashiro, your mic. Hey, your mic is kind of cutting out a lot. Is there another, like, closer to Wi-Fi maybe, or is there another device you could use? It is a bit jittery.
Actually, I'm also hearing problems with your mic.
Yeah, you're cutting out like a lot now, man. Is there another device you could use, bro?
Okay.
Or maybe get closer to your router. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me better now?
It's not the volume. It's just the fact that there's like it's like always jittery and it's always like almost out, like dying.
Is it like static?
Yeah, a little bit, man.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, Yashiro, how about we come back to you? You'll be next, and then we'll come back. Okay, bro? Sorry about that, man. Okay, so let's go to Homicidal Puppet. Hey, you're back.
Oh, hi, yes. Hello.
Hi. You were here last. I forget your story though. Just give me a brief detail.
I was talking about what happened a few Halloweens ago at my small town with my friends.
Okay, yeah, I remember something like that. Okay, so what kind of a story do you have for today?
Okay, so I don't know if you've heard about that happening in Kentucky and South Carolina with clown sightings.
No, I have not.
Okay, well, basically there's been reports of, like, clowns trying to lure kids into the forest or whatever, or, like, people dressed up as clowns wearing, like,
Oh my god. Oh, first of all, that's insane, and also you're kind of cutting out a bit.
Yeah.
Is there like a can you like are you moving around a lot or something?
No, I had a story that related to a creepy clown, so I thought since with the current events, I would tell the story that I have of my clown experience.
Okay, you sound really good now. I don't know what you did, but now you sound perfect.
Me?
Okay, so if you want to.
Okay, can you still hear me?
Oh, now it's absolutely bomb. Like, keep going. So, what was your story about the clown? Let's hear it.
Okay, so should I just start?
Of course.
So, in the third grade, my whole class was taken to the circus, and my father was one of the chaperones, and he's a fairly intimidating, scary-looking man, and we were all put into groups, like 3 kids and 1 chaperone, before we went inside. And when we walked off the bus, we were greeted by the entrance, all the acts, like the acrobats and like animals that were safe to be around, and of course the clowns. And as I got closer to the entrance of the building of the circus, which we held, one of the greeting clowns stopped me, and he was like an overweight, middle-aged man who scared me. But really, at the time, I looked. He bent down and handed me a big bag of cotton candy. Like, I was 4 feet at the time, because this is 3rd grade, so it was this candy bag, same size as I was. And now, because, I was a little kid going into time. All from the show, he would walk past me and up and down the aisles of where I was seated. During breaks, he would go down and look at all the interesting items. It was the early 2000s, so there'd be like those blow-up dolphins and those blow-up alien things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so he would bump past me or spray me with silly string, and just like give me toys and whatever, and me basically. And one of the girls who I was with, who happened to have a fear of clowns, and she told me it was scaring her. So me being this fearless little baby, I went up to him and told him to stay away. And that seemed to anger him. So when the show started, he started to throw toys at us, and one of them hit the girl in the head. My dad seemed unaware of this lurking clown for whatever reason. But when the show was over, we were all ordered to use the bathroom before we got on the bus, since it was an hour-long drive back to the school. And I was the last one in line to go to the bathroom. And it was packed when I got in there. Like, all the stalls were filled, there was a line. And then when I finally got into one of the stalls, obviously used the bathroom. And then when I got out, but except that same clown was standing in front of the doorway. So I kind of stood there staring at him, and I asked him what he was doing in the girls' bathroom. And he just kind of like stalked closer towards me, and he just like looked at me and then smiled, this really disgusting smile. He had like decaying yellow teeth, kind of looked like smoker's teeth. And then, you know how clowns have those giant fake flowers that they pin blazer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he took that off his pocket and placed it in front of his crotch and said in a raspy smoker's type voice, "Want to touch my flower?" And I quickly replied in like a scream saying, "No, thank you." And I tried to turn around, but he grabbed me. And he said, "No tricks, Missy. I'm the clown here." And after he said that, I went to like this, like I was terrified. So
Yeah.
I bit his hand.
Of course.
Ran between his legs and ran out the door. And it was pouring rain by that time. And I saw my dad waiting there for me. And I told him what happened. It was about to, and he was pissed off. He was about to go in and beat this clown up. But the teacher told me.
I can just imagine that. It's so funny. Sorry. I just.
No, it was funny because he was like flaming. Like, yeah. He's this big, scary Native American man, and he was about to go beat up some guy in a stupid clown costume.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. But so my dad had to hold back his anger, but like the whole time he was cussing and just so mad. I like to sit in the way back because I like to look at the scenery when it goes by. And as I looked back, I saw the same clown staring in, like, oh god, it was so creepy. He was standing in front of the road where we just had parked, and his white face paint and all his face paint was dripping because of the rain. Terrifying, and I had nightmares for months after that, and I was scared of clowns for years. And now that I think about it, since I'm over my fear, it's kind of funny. Guy's hand, and like,
Now this whole thing seems like a cartoon a little bit. Like,
yeah, it's kind of.
in cartoon images right now. I don't know why. I shouldn't be, but I am.
No, but I completely understand, because at the time it was insane for me because it totally ruined my perspective of clowns.
So you like them before this? Like you weren't like
Yeah, I wanted to be a clown because I'm like, oh, clowns are so cheerful and they're so happy and whatever, and I want to make people laugh. But then this
you're
incident
like
happened.
smoking a cigarette now. You like every time you think of clowns, like
Basically, I just
in the girls' bathroom.
yes, I was just this tiny,
Yeah.
this just tiny little girl in the bathroom, and this giant guy, standing in the doorway, sexually harassing me. I didn't even know what was happening, and I bit his hand.
Hey, I guess I think you sent me this story, didn't you? No sound, but I think yeah. Hello.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I think you sent me this story via email, but
Yeah, I sent it.
but because as you were telling the story, it was still a bit shaky, the sound. But I really want to do your story justice. If you want to send me like a longer version of it, I could put it in like my next subscriber video if you want.
That's what I was hoping.
Yeah. I think I briefly read it in an email, but maybe the one you sent me. What was it? A long email? Was it a long story?
Yeah, it had a bit more detail to it.
Okay, yeah, I'll narrate the story because the sound was a bit shaky. We still got the main details though. I mean, but yeah, I want to do the story justice. I'll narrate it soon, if you don't mind.
That's awesome. No,
All
I'd
right,
love
yeah.
that.
So, any last words before?
That was the first day I had the taste of blood in my mouth, which was kind of.
Wait, so you bit him till he bled?
Okay, so when I was younger, I had really, really strong teeth, like to the point I could just like break fishing lure.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
I was really, really scared.
Yeah.
So he was shaking me and telling me not to go anywhere, and I was just trying to run around, so I had no idea what to do, so I bit his hand.
Makes
and
sense.
I made him bleed.
Oh my goodness, that's a hard bite. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, homicidal.
Thank you.
All right, so for you guys, if you guys can do me a favor, if you guys are done telling your story, if you guys mind to exit the chat, that'd be pretty awesome. Sorry about that, because the more people, the less the quality is, and I realized by some people leaving, the sound got better. So yeah, if you guys can do that once you guys finish your story, to leave the chat, that would be great. So thank you guys once again. We have our next is, I think it's Lyra or Lyra. Lyra Lee is here, and she has a story. Hey.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How old are you and where are you from?
I'm 14 and I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And
yes.
Oh, and it's pronounced Lyra.
Oh, Lyra. Okay, sure. What kind of? It's a cool last name though, Lee. You don't look Asian at all. So.
No, it's kind of just my my internet name.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like kind of like Horror Studio 1.
So.
So what kind of story do you have?
Well, it's kind of a paranormal story. Like, it's nothing compared to what I've heard on this.
Right.
So, So I was like just sitting in my bed one night, and all of a sudden my door just slams shut. And so I'm like, oh, maybe my mom's there. So I lay down and I pretend to go to sleep. And then all of a sudden I just feel this finger running down my back. And I'm like, what the heck? Okay, maybe if I just stay still, it'll go away. Which it did. And so I turn around and my door's still open. Well, I mean, it's not still open, but it opened back up. I'm sorry. I'm really nervous. I'm like your biggest fan. So.
Okay. Thank you.
So, me being, well, scared out of my pants, I freaking walk out the door to go to the bathroom because, I mean, I'm just. And, all of a sudden there's a boom coming from my brother's room, and I know it wasn't his ferret because that thing doesn't move a muscle at any point in the day.
Okay.
And lately it's just something has been touching me and just like
so
it's grabbed my butt a few times and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious right now.
Is it
like it's even bit my neck.
What? Is it like in a sleep state, or is it like even during the day and stuff?
Even during the day.
Is it only in your house, or?
It's only in my house.
Have you had paranormal experiences in the past besides this one?
Well, yeah, I've always been sensitive to the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess things have talked to me when I was little.
Yeah.
Because one day I was like at my grandmother's house, and all of a sudden I was like singing this song that only my mom's grandma knew. And she wasn't alive when I was 5. So, and then there's another time, grandmother, where she was being buried, and like it was actually where she was supposed to be buried.
Okay.
And that's just about it. Like,
so you just have a lot of these. Do you have any like solutions, maybe to get rid of it or anything like that? I mean, it's not good having unless you enjoy it. I mean, I don't judge, but I mean, in general, I wouldn't think you would enjoy it.
No. No. I just grab my cross and I pray. I'm like, God will save me from this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess religion is a good thing. I mean, it doesn't have to actually be, I mean, mentally, it'll help you become stronger will as well. So maybe that'll fight against whatever is messing with you. Yeah, maybe you should tell your parents as well if they, this has been happening to you since you were a kid, maybe. So maybe tell your.
I have told them, but they think I'm crazy.
But yeah, sit them down and seriously tell them. I mean, or show them my YouTube channel. They'll see a lot of crazy shit and they'll think yours is okay. Or send them.
I wish I.
I was gonna say some the ghost sex videos. I don't know.
Oh God, why?
No, if you haven't checked them out, it sounds very similar to your case. So I'm not saying anything, but go check it out if you haven't.
No, I haven't checked it out yet. I mean,
it sounds very similar to what you're describing, so maybe do. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out in like tomorrow.
Please do. Yeah, because it's late now and you wouldn't want.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lyra, right? Lyra. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have Yashiro's back. Hopefully the mic's better, bro. Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me better now?
I think yes. Awesome. I think because there was too many people in here, and it was taking up too much bandwidth, maybe. But yes, now you're perfect, dude. What kind of a story do you have? Let's hear it, man. Now it's just silence. All right, come on, man. I like Yashiro. He kind of like sounds like the anime character in his thumbnail as well. He's just like really chill and just like, come on, what's up? All right, so Yashiro, maybe he's getting his mic ready. So we still have Pharaoh in here. Pharaoh, you want to share your second story or?
Okay, y'all sure y'all ready for a story from me or what?
I guess you're up.
Hey, it all depends on how long you plan on being on here. I don't see nobody else in here, but hey, I can come up with a story here and there. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know?
I want to do maybe I don't know, like 15 minutes or something like that. Maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I got another show. It's not really that long.
Okay.
There was a guy in my neighborhood. To do karate, right?
Nice.
So, you say nice, but trust me, he wasn't a nice guy.
Okay.
He actually started a neighborhood called, I'm trying to think of the name, that it's some type of police thing, to try and police our own neighborhood or whatever, some kind of guardian something, and had the brothers in the neighborhood wearing those shirts or whatever. And he used to do karate. And my mother owned that sweet shop. Remember I told you my mother owned that sweet shop? And by him being the karate teacher, he started trying to be a karate teacher to all the kids in the neighborhood or whatever. Yeah. He did karate nationally on television. So one day he actually was on television. He told everybody about it. We got together in the sweet shop and was watching him, do his fight on television. And for some reason, this idiot in the middle of his fight, he round kicked and knocked out the referee.
Oh shit!
So when he did this, by the time he came home, the people in our neighborhood make jokes about people all the time when they make mistakes. So trust me, they was on him like white on rice about this. About how he kicked the referee and stuff like that, and he lost the fight or whatever. And he's one of those guys who came at me, one of those rape stories I was telling you about. He's one of those guys who actually came at me. My mom was telling me to watch out for him, the little girls that he was trying to bring into his house. He don't just be, bring them into his house just to teach him karate and stuff like that, So I waited till I got a little older, and he came to the sweet shop. My mother wasn't there, whatever. I was watching the sweet shop by myself. He came to the sweet shop and he was telling me he wanted me to see his room, something he had in his room. He lived like in a garage behind his sister's house. He wanted me to see something he had in his room. I think it was like the trophy of one of those fights or whatever that he had. And I'm just looking at him like, my mom been telling me to watch out for him for years. I'm in junior high now, and I've kicked a bunch of ass so far, from those guys who I told you kept trying to gang rape me. I kicked a bunch of ass so far. Let's see what this karate man got. So I told him, okay, show me the trophy. Show me the trophy. So I actually walked, to the little garage that he had back there. And he walked me in there. He showed me the trophy. Then all of a sudden, he started showing me a bunch of pictures here and there of the little girls in the neighborhood, wearing lingerie.
Oh my God!
Right? So,
yeah.
so when he showed me these pictures, I sit up here and I said, oh, because they're cute pictures, real pretty, like a professional, photographer took them. But the problem is, these are little girls, and they were younger than me.
So where was this taken? Was it in his house or what? At a photo place, or what was the?
It looked like he took it at a photo place. It looked like it was professional, So what he did was he asked me when I was going to give him a photo. I was just getting ready to graduate junior high school. I told him, okay, I'm gonna get you one when I graduate. My graduation picture, or whatever. He said, no, I want one of these.
When you were a kid?
One like these. Yeah, I was a kid. I'm in junior high. He's telling me this, So he tells me this, and I sit here and I tell him, I said, look, let me tell you something, because he had me in the house down there right now. Nobody saw me walk over to his house. I said, let me tell you something. That every day you see my mom and I practice on my voice. My mother, where she lived, every store, everywhere you go, 2 blocks down, 1 block turn, there was a grocery store.
Yeah.
Into the store with the grocery list, and I would always forget by the time I get there what all she needed. So my mother started this thing where she would tell me to yell back to her, what it is. And all the way 3 blocks down, people could hear me yelling, Mama, I got this, I got that, I got that. What else? I'm missing something. And I can hear her voice 3 blocks away, 3 blocks away. I told this fool, I say, I know I can yell 3 to 4 blocks away right now. You know how loud my voice is. my mother has kept me in practice for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you touch me, you're over. And you know how my dad is. You know my dad done already kicked your ass because he's a black belt too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't get yourself fucked up playing with me. You know, I say don't do it. Now, the picture that you asking for, we just gonna forget you even asked about that shit. Because if I tell my dad, you know my dad gonna kick your ass. You already had to spend a night under the house one time when you put your hands on my little brother. You know, well, my big brother at the time.
Yeah.
Hands on my big brother. My daddy made him, he ran from my dad and ran under the neighbor's house next door. He stood up here and told him, you better stay your ass under there. And he stayed there overnight, hiding from my dad. You know, the next day my dad told him he can come from out under the house. So he told me, oh no, I was just asking. I don't force nobody to do this. They just do this and this and that. I said, yeah, my mama told me, you know, that you pay these little girls and their parents let you pay them just to get the money. Well, you know, I don't need it. You know, my dad owned a half a block. You know, my mother owned that sweet shop on the corner. I don't need nothing from you. Stop asking me, do I need it? Anytime the ice cream man passed by, he asking me, do I want something? No, I'm not taking nothing from you. No money, no nothing. So I sit here and I walked out the house and told him, don't you ever try this again. You know, after the guardian angel thing was over with, you know, because they shut it down in the neighborhood, he decided he wanted to be a security guard at the high school that I went to.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, so me and my friend, a female friend of mine, in class one day, right? He sit up here and catch us cutting class, but when we cut, we went and checked in with the teacher. We were A students, so we already did our work. We get tired of sitting in the classroom with the dumb kids. Let us go to the gym, go watch the little sexy boys play, you know. So we go into the gym, and this fool, he want to use the fact that he's a security guard and grab us and tell us, look, I'm taking you to the office. You're gonna get suspended out here, at, you know, when you cutting class or whatever. And I'm like, you know, this. He's like an uncle to me now. You grew up in my neighborhood, and you're trying to sit up here and tell me some crazy stuff about you gonna take me to the office. All right, well, take me to the office. So the office is straight ahead. The school building is built like a U shape.
Yeah.
It's straight ahead in the middle of the U. On the left hand side, coming from the gym, going into the school, is the boys' bathroom. He telling us, let's walk through this way. No, I'm not. Do I look stupid to you?
Mm-hmm.
No, I am not. I don't know what boys you got there with you to help you do whatever it is you think you're going to do to me and my girl. But no, you know, she was up there talking about walking that way. I said, no, you're not. Come on here. And no, we're going straight here. The office is straight ahead. That's where we're going. He said, well, you're going to get suspended. Like I'm supposed to be afraid of getting suspended. I went straight down the middle, went straight to the office. And when I went there, the principal, he know me. So he know I'm a good girl. He said, okay, well, just bring your parents in here tomorrow, you know. And then all of a sudden, this guy gonna tell me, see, your mama wouldn't have to come here tomorrow if up here and listen to me. I say, listen to you do what? She still was bringing me to the office. I say, if you like an uncle to me, why would you do that? He said, well, I don't want nobody to think that I'm showing favoritism and everything. You know, yeah, okay, you ain't showing favor. I went home and told my mom exactly what happened. She came in the next day, and when she came in, the principal standing there, and he like, okay, what's going on? Well, you told her to come here today because Kevin brought me over here to you and said I was cutting class. He said, you know, the reason why I didn't write it up because I really didn't expect you to bring your parents. I was just doing that to, you know, satisfy him. I said, but my mother said she had to come anyway because I told her who it was brought me to your office. My mother went there and told him that there was a child pervert that you didn't hide in this school. I don't want to see him here. And guess what? He lost his job.
Good. I mean, Jesus, man.
You know. Yeah, he lost his job since he won't be so funny. You know, and I told him that the man was actually trying to rape me in the school, trying to bring me through the boys' bathroom when he said he was bringing me through the office. They fired his ass.
Yeah, I mean, why?
Show fixed him.
Why is he even allowed to be? I mean, did he ever get arrested for anything that he did? I mean, is it because the photos he was taking, there was like legal consent from parents, so that never became a thing, or what?
No, the parents were actually consenting to that, so nobody actually knew he was doing it. People kept on complaining about him, but none of the charges actually stuck. He just stayed out on the street doing what he was doing, you know. So if the parents wasn't complaining and the kids wasn't complaining, and it was just the other adults who knew him in the neighborhood that was complaining, we had no fight against it, you know. Principal let him go by the time my mother sit up here and made the complaint that she made.
Good. I
So
mean,
he was gone from the.
okay. Well, thank you. You know, Pharaoh, man, always brings it to a whole new level. Did you see the chat?
Oh man.
Okay.
I can't see it. I had to cut it off so my mic can sound good over here. So that's why I cut that portion of it off.
You can take a look at it now. They're still talking about your story.
What
like
they
this,
saying? I talk too long. They always say I talk too much.
No, they're saying like it's crazy. People are like, what the fuck? This girl is great. It's all good stuff. And
Okay. Usually they be like, she talked too long. I hate her rape stories. I hate all that.
Come on.
So
like best stream.
I try to keep them down to a minimum.
Yeah, this is
whatever it is. I've been strong all my life. I've been fighting all my life. You know, so.
Okay, so
you got to be strong. You got to fight, and you got to tell people immediately. Don't I hear a lot of people say, "Man, I wish I would have told. I wish I would have called the police." I told my mother as soon as I went home. Immediately.
Do that.
That's what people need to learn from these stories. You know that you tell people need to learn from these stories. These stories are not just being told just because somebody want to tell a story here. Everybody is telling a story to help you out the best way they can.
Yeah. Okay, so they are entertaining. So guys, sorry for the people that couldn't make it today. There's a lot of people today, crazy. But I actually have to eat. I have to eat, and so I don't think we'll be doing Q&A today because I've answered every question there is, basically, like age and all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys, I guess, want to keep talking in chat, the chat will be open for still a little while. Pharaoh will be there. Master Sword is here, dude. I'm sorry, man. Today you came in a bit late, and I have to go, man. I have to go eat dinner, man. My family's gonna kill me. So thank you guys once again for coming today. Let's do another one next Sunday, or maybe I'll do one during the week because I'm more free this week, so I could do that. My mic worked today. Now I finally found out why I kept doing that, man. Never again. I promise. I promise. Yes, Sensei. Okay, guys. Oh shit. Am I out? Oh my god. I just muted myself.
Okay. Anyways, I'm back.
No, we can still hear you. Good night.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.